I'm Charnay, and this is Erin. And can you tell us, like, what's your position at Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, definitely. I am an educator and a trainer, and sometimes a counselor at Planned Parenthood. So sometimes I'm in the community teaching classes, sometimes I'm talking to people in the clinic one-on-one and helping them with pregnancy tests and HIV tests and exams. So I go everywhere.
Okay. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know the annual or the most recent statistics of teens who became pregnant?
In a year? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
So for pregnancy, we can say there's about 80,000 teens become pregnant each year in the United States. And the tricky part is that about 80% of those pregnancies were unplanned. So what we know is a lot of times teens are getting pregnant and they didn't expect to. And so then at Planned Parenthood, our job is to help them, stay healthy, decide what they want to do with the pregnancy. But it's a big number.
Okay. And what STDs are most commonly?
The most common STD is the human papillomavirus, or HPV, and that can cause genital warts, it can cause cervical cancer, skin cancers, and about 70% of people that have ever had sex have that STD. And about 1 in 4 teens will get an STD this year. So the rates of STDs are really high in the United States too.
And do you sometimes think the male knows, like if he has it, and then he gave it to the person?
Well, the biggest symptom of all the STDs for men and women is no symptoms at all. So let's say you took all the guys that had gonorrhea, only 15% of them have symptoms. So that's 85% of them have no idea that they have gonorrhea. So a lot of times people are passing the STDs and they don't know. I mean, they really don't. The other part is sometimes they'll get a symptom, it'll feel bad, and they'll say, maybe I should go to the doctor, and then it'll go away. And they think that they're all better, even though they still have the STD. And that happens for girls too.
Okay. And, alright, say if you would like to tell someone that you had an STD, would you want to tell them that, or
Yeah, well, my job is to help people figure that out. So if somebody gets diagnosed with chlamydia, then I help them feel comfortable so they can tell their partner and partners that they have chlamydia. Because the more people they tell, then the more people can get treated and sometimes cured. But it's really hard to talk about. So people aren't bringing up condoms, they aren't bringing up STDs, and my job is to help them feel comfortable to do that. So we are seeing more people in relationships, teens in relationships, coming and getting tested before they even have sex. But the hard part is all I can do is say, yep, you have an STD. I can't tell you who gave it to you.
Yeah.
And that feels really uncomfortable sometimes.
Okay, thank you, Erin.
You're welcome. Thank you. You can edit.
It's the 3 questions on the bottom, right? What is your opinion on STD in America?
Yeah. So STDs in America, I think the rates are really, really high, and it's really important for people to get sex education too. And so one thing that we do a lot at Planned Parenthood is I'll go teach classes about sexuality education, about how people's bodies work and stuff like that for them in their community. But we're really lucky in Connecticut to have Planned Parenthood that can do that. In other parts of the United States, some schools don't let Planned Parenthood come in or let anybody come in and talk about sex ed. So compared to other countries, sex education about STDs and pregnancy is not so good. So we could do a much better job to help keep teens safe.
How does your organization differ from others doing similar work?
Yeah. So Planned Parenthood does sexuality education, does exams, has a health center and that sort of thing. So we I think are different because we do the healthcare, the education, and we also do advocacy. We want to make sure the politics and the laws are good for people to keep them safe, where other places might just do the education. Other health centers might just offer the services. They can't go out into the community and teach the teens. And so that's how I think we're a little bit different, is we do all 3 pieces in one agency, which is really, really exciting. We teach people, we get them medical care, and we make sure that the laws support their rights.
My last question is, how do you get out into the community?
So we get out in the community lots of different ways. People will call us, a teacher will call and say, will you come to talk to my class about birth control? Will you come talk to my class about bullying or STDs or relationships? And we'll do that. Other times we contact a school and say, hey, we have this program, will you let us come in? And other times we hold the programs at our clinic, and we invite teens to come to us. So we do it lots of different ways. But a lot of times it's teachers calling us, or parents calling and saying, hey, my daughter, my son, they've got questions, come talk to them. And we'll do it that way too. So lots of ways.
That's
That it?
nice.
Yeah, yay.